Hi friends, let's see the app we are going to develop in the next couple of lessons. When you run this app, this is the main option screen. You will see a menu which is on a table view. So I can click on say employee options, then it will load this data, and all the employee data are loaded dynamically from a data source, right? And then I can click on employee, and then it's dynamically changing this page with that particular employee and the projects. If I go back and click another employee, you can see the same page is dynamically changing with that employee and the projects, which are all loaded dynamically. The images are also loaded dynamically from a data source, right? So it's different images loaded dynamically. And then I can delete employees. Let's say I can swipe and say delete, then it deletes the data, right? If not, I can click on edit and say if I want to delete something, click on this and click delete, right? And when I'm done, I can say done, right? And then further I can insert data dynamically. Let us say a section P and say Peter, for example, and click OK. So it all gets added dynamically, right? Then once I'm done with employees, I can go scroll down, right? And then I can go into department options, right? So department, and do the same thing for department, right? But it's very important that you have to make sure to look at the next couple of lectures in this on table views, that is part 1, 2, 3, etc., until we complete this app. It explains all the theory and the practical knowledge which you need to know about developing this app, right? Okay friends, we are very excited to show you how to develop this app practically, and let's do it now. Okay friends, so the following is the outcome of this part of the lesson. When you complete this part of the lesson, your app will look like this until you complete the other parts of the lesson. It will load a list of employees dynamically, right? And it will allow you to click and dig into detail, and it will populate this screen dynamically, and all the images and the employee data are populated dynamically from a data source. And when you click on another employee, it changes everything dynamically. But after you complete this lesson, make sure to go and look at the next lessons in order to complete the full app demonstrated earlier. Make sure that you are going to adhere to those protocols. So this view controller will have to adhere, we'll have to confirm to these two protocols, UI table view data source protocol, comma, and we did this, my little friends, in our previous lesson. So go and have a look at it if you can't remember, right? We have table view delegate. Awesome, right? And then what we did in the previous lesson is we came into the to this section, right? And we came down, and actually we got a warning. If you remember, see, we are getting the same warning because Xcode is very intelligent to understand that we are telling that we are going to confirm these protocols, but Xcode will figure out that I have not yet overridden the methods, because if I'm telling that I'm going to confirm these protocols, I have to override the methods, right? So Xcode has figured out that I'm not overriding the methods. So Xcode is asking from me, right, whether to add these missing protocol requirements. Easiest thing is to say fix. Then when you say fix, as you remember, it adds a lot of methods, the skeleton code, and if you go down now, you can see a hell of a lot of methods has been added. I don't want all of them. I need only a few of them. What are those? You remember? Of course, I need self-forward index path. I need number of rows in section. I don't need this. I don't need this for now, right? I don't need any of the others, it seems, right? So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep only the first two, and I'm going to comment the rest of the auto-generated stubs, right, or the skeletons, right? And then I'm going to focus on this part. And one more thing is missing, the number of sections, isn't it, right? So number of sections in the table view, right? That also is important. So you have to return the value. So, well, in this case, I know that it's only one section, meaning just list. So I will just say return 1. I can just hard code. Then the number of rows in the section, let me take it as a second one. I'm happy to keep it here. So the number of rows in the section. So the number of rows depends on the number of projects, because I'm using this table view to display the projects. For example, for Anne, it's 2 projects, so it should be 2 rows. But for Ashley, it's 1 project, so it should be only 1 row. But for Frank, it's 3 projects, so it should be 3 rows. So that means the number of rows in the section vary depending on the project size, right? depending on the number of projects. So what I have to do is I will have to first access this value, right? So how I access it? Through the dictionary, right? So like this. So I have to access it through the dictionary, right? So I have to say, okay, dictionary, but this time not employee details. This time it's what? Employee projects, right? So dictionary employee projects. From that, the key is the received employee name, right? Then this is returning a, a, a list, meaning multiple values, right? So what I have to do now is count how many values it has, right? So whatever this returns, count for that key, whatever it returns, count how many values are here, right? So that's what I have to do here. Just on the return value, just count and see how many values are there. So to count, if you look at, you already have done the counting in the previous view controller. So you just refer to that and just say count, right? So whatever it returns, here you do the same. So you know it's returning a multiple values. So you have to count it. So to count, you have to again call the count function, right? Or pass a message count. So you have to put square brackets and say count. So then it will count how many it returns. So then you just return it from here, right? Awesome. So that gives you the number of rows in the section. Then the next thing is, my friends, you need to display the cells, right? Cells for row at index path. For that, again, I'm using our previous code, this one, cell for row at index path. So you need a simple identifier. So I had to give a simple identifier. I haven't given it yet. Then you need the table view cell, right? And then you just configure the cell and return. So I'm copying this code because we have done it, my friends. Then I'm bringing it here and I'm going to put it here. Then I'm going to customize a few things. What are the few things, right? First thing is I have to give a simple identifier, right? So I have to go to the storyboard and click on this cell. I already given one for this, right? I have already given one. If you look here, I have given a simple identifier. So I'm going to call, in this one, I'm going to give as a simple identifier 2, right? Simple identifier 2, right? Because I already have a simple identifier for the previous one. So for this one, I'm going to call simple identifier 2, my friends, right? So be careful to click on the exactly the cell, right? Simple identifier 2, right? I got it there. Now I'm coming back here. So I'm going to put as simple identifier 2, then your table view cell, dequeue it, right? Then the text is should come from the dictionary, right? So the text should come from the dictionary, my friends, right? So from the dictionary, right, I have to be careful now, right? So the section, and yeah, so basically from the dictionary, right, I'm going to get the projects, right? So from the dictionary, see over here, I'm going to get the projects, right? But it gives multiple projects. So from this, I need to get only one value, right? I need to get only one at a time. So because when you get the projects for received employee name, you remember you receive multiple projects. But here you are targeting only one cell at a time, one row at a time, right? Which means what you have to say here is, from the projects you give the key and get all the projects for that person, but get only one. Which one is it? That is the one corresponding to the current row. How do you access the current row? You access the current row with the index path parameter. So you will say index path dot row will give you the matching row for that, right? Okay, right? So we'll give you the matching row, right? Okay, let's see what's going to happen next, right? Awesome. So the next thing is the detailed text and then image, right? Once again, an image for the projects, right? So again, for that, let me see, for the projects, should I keep image? Let me think on that. Just to keep it simple, guys, this may not be the ideal way, but just to keep it simple, what I'm doing is, for that also I'm creating another dictionary, right? And I will call it as employee project images, right? Just I just want to keep it simple, my friends, right? So then in over here you will just similar to this, right? You will similar to this, you will just put the project what do you call the project images, right? This may not be the best way to do, but I just want to keep it simple, right? Just to keep it simple, just to show that you can get this thing. So for and the projects, I'm going to put the project names like, okay, project icon image 1. So this is project icon image 1, right? Okay, my friends, so project icon image 1. Then this will be like, say, project icon image 2, project icon image 3, project icon image 4, project icon image 5, project icon image 6. Well, I don't have 7 and 8. I'll just put that and keep, right? It's a matter of adding 2 more images, right? Awesome, right? And then when it comes to the image, same concept, right? Like I access the what do you call the employee projects, it's the same concept. All the difference is it's the different diction, right? But the concept is the same. So you just get it and you just get it, but this time you are getting from the list of project images, my friend, right? Awesome, awesome, right? That's it. Let's run and see whether this works, right? So let's run and see whether it dynamically changes and gives you that, right? Let's click on and see what's going to happen. And okay, awesome, it says project 1 and project 2. Why doesn't it show the image, right? Let's go and check, right? So if I go to the storyboard and if I click on this prototype cell, right? Let's see, prototype cell. Well, I haven't, if you look, expand this, see, it doesn't have an image. Look at my mouse, it doesn't have a image, right? So I had to add an image. So I had to just put at least one project icon, so it adds that image, right? So project icon image, right? Let's put that. See, now it got that image, right? See, it got the image. Now this should work, right? So now I can dynamically change the image, right? For that, right? Awesome, awesome, right? So this should work, my friends, right? Let's see what's going to happen, right? Okay, when I click on and, right? Okay, I'm still not seeing it, right? Let's see. The projects are working fine. See, project 3, because Ashley has only one project, then Frank has 3 projects, right? Awesome, right? Then Fisher has 2 projects, so that part is fine. Only thing I'm not seeing the image. Let's see why it is. Because the image I had to give the .png, right? So I have not given the .png, right? Isn't it, right? .png, so I'm going to give that part. So there's another error, guys. In the name I had lowercase I just changed it to uppercase I because the image has uppercase I. So that was again like a small case sensitive mistake. And now if I run this will work, right? So now if I click on Anne, see, it's the project 1 and project 2 of Anne and the picture of Anne. When I click on Ashley, it's Ashley's project. It's only project 3 because if you look at Ashley has only one project, project 3. Then if I look at Frank, Frank got 3 projects, project 4, 5, 6. See, it's working. And Frank has 25 years and as a data science engineer. So isn't it? See, Frank as a data science engineer, right? See, data science, Frank. So now you can see, my little friends, this is changing dynamically, right? So this was an awesome lesson, right, for you to understand how you can use table views to display dynamic content. Only thing what is missing here is that I'm getting the data not from a database, right? I'm getting the data from dictionaries because the database lesson is the next lesson, right? So until we do databases, I'm getting the data from dictionaries, right? So that is the only difference here, only thing we have to add if we are going for a database storage, right? But until that, your table view is now nicely working with dynamic data, right? Awesome, my friends. Let's see what's next, right? Let's see what's missing. Okay, so I think we have completed whatever we have to complete. So we did this part, right? We displayed using multiple view controllers. We use the NS dictionary to store data. We pass data from one view controller to other, and we use UI table. Awesome, guys. We did the practical, and conclusion is we did all that, and we did some practicals. And you can find the link to download the source code for the projects done in this session in the relevant download section in this series, right? Reference was Apple Developer Docs. What's next? Have a look at our other videos for practicals on table view, dynamic content, event handling. Have a look at our other videos on Objective-C, A to Z. Also make sure to have a look at our other series on machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, and IoT, right? So it was a very exciting lesson, guys, and it was awesome, right? You will learn a lot, and we are very excited to see you in our next